Gold 4, 0 to get the rewards. And flex iron 1. Nice. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. You won the last one? Okay. You got plenty of kills and you didn't convert into a victory. I can also probably assume what is the problem in this one. I think you weren't selfish enough. And you probably just chased around random ass fights. Could be that you got like hard coin flip by these morons, but we'll see. We're going in fast. Okay, let's talk about optimization. It's gold 4, so we're not gonna go into like extreme extensive detail, but this is fine. Okay, if you have seen my diff graph, which you have a link for on my Twitch, Veigar is the best matchup you can hope to find in mid lane season 10. Honestly. You can have really good impact against him because he has V curly. Also, it's not that difficult. It's not difficult at all. Because you could have gone cleanse in this game if you really wanted to. But given that he has glacial, cleanse doesn't really do too much because you will still be slowed even after cleansing. Okay, let me check your runes real quick. So we're going with a standard copy paste from MOBA Fire. Cool. So those are the basic ones. Also, going Scorch here might help you because you want to get advantage early on. The only mismatch here is you got to be really good at tracking the junglers. So, if you play a game like this, you want to win this lane. He's playing Teleport. That's not a combat rune. You have Barrier, so you can absorb more damage. You would win all in anyway, level 6, but with this you win it so much more. The biggest issue is your jungle is Yi versus Lee Sin. So Lee Sin is way more aggressive early. And you might get punished. You gotta be really good at tracking the jungler and seeing where he is. So you know what he wants to do. You think about his like positioning. He wants to line up minions and Q two of them at the same time. So you wanna punish on every time he tries to line up. Look at it. Look at immediately what he's doing. He split up damage on these two minions, and then he's hitting this one, I can guarantee you, and Q is coming right after. Which means that Q is not being used to trade you. Which means you go here and punish him. Because he's clearly setting up this line. So you're just shooting a basic Q and giving him free 2 minions and +2 ability power. That's not good. Every single one of those you gotta try to punish. He either messes up the clear, he messes up the minions. See, you're trying to shoot angled Qs, which it's not necessary. If he's using Qs for minions, which he always will, almost always, you have nothing to fear. Like, he's powerless in trading them. So it's fine to go for the auto attack, Q auto attack, like direct Qs. Okay. That is cool. He is doing the full clear. That's fine. You want to thin out the wave. You don't want to get like absolutely hard shoved in. Ideally, you want the wave to slow here and stop there. That's a little bit too much mana wasted for like when the wave is coming. Now this is a big wave where you shove. If you maintain the wave correctly, like if you bullied him enough, he would be fucking up the minions. So eventually you would get advantage in prio in lane. And this third wave is where you could hard push it. You could hard push it with like a half of the second wave, full third wave, cannon goes under. You might even recall at that point if you want, or you stick around bully while warding over the wall or going around warding and stuff like that. Okay. Cannon, nice, good salvage. He's gonna get a cannon here with a Q. See, he gets both. That's +3 ability power. So you're shooting for no reason here. You want to wait for him. You want to wait for him to start the setup. Okay, you're investing too much mana on level 3. Level 3 damage is not that big. So too much mana invested, not that great. You ideally want to reset here if possible. Okay, nice. See how much stronger you are in trades, actually. He initiated a trade, and you were weaker like in mana and everything. You were in a baby cage, and you still almost won. Now you gotta do this wave. You need to sum up all of your ammo, clear up the wave, and get the fuck out. Because this is extremely risky versus Lee Sin. Go, shove. W. Double W, double W, and double W shove recall immediately. That's your best play here. Okay, because even if you stay, you will not have too much ammo, and all he needs to do right now, given that your wave is fucked, all he needs to do is go back here, recall, teleport back in, and he wins. Then he can deny you the recall. But that isn't going to happen. Yeah, but I mean, just for the sake of remark, because this is going to stay on my Twitch, you can also re-watch it in the past broadcast for like the 60 days. So yeah, see here, like, if this is a good jungler, if this is a jungler worth his salt, he would not be doing a full fucking clear with Lee Sin. If Vel'Koz, a squishy cunt versus a guy with a event horizon, is standing on this line for the last minute and a half. Okay? So staying like this either blows your flash immediately, or if Lee Sin is good, you get killed. And yes, getting stunned gives him ability power. So walking into that stun gave him +1. But yeah, this is just very, very risky. Extremely risky. So, I don't know, Lee Sin is being a moron. He should kill you. You got no ammo. You're trying to kill him, but you can't. You have no mana. Okay, that's a big bait. And... nice try. But yeah. As we suspected, that should be a free kill. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sad. The bright side, you can force this flash, but it's not good though. Dying in this matchup is not good. I told you exactly how it's gonna go. Like, the only way for you to fuck this lane up is to die to a Lee Sin. Because you're not gonna... you shouldn't lose to Veigar 1v1. He leaves the wave like this, which is bad for him, but I guess he has teleport, so he's good. Doesn't matter if you'll get 20 kills, you can get 50 kills. The trick of coaching is to figure out what's wrong. Sometimes you may get a kill from a bad play. That doesn't justify the play itself. Because in the 95% other games, that play is going to be bad. Here, you had absolutely no reason to shove. Absolutely no reason to shove. The wave was pushing towards you, which means he's losing these minions. See? Like, there's 4 out of 6 minions that got killed. Even though he recalled first in that tempo. He still lost 4 minions because other minions killed him. So now you just last hit with auto attacks and wait. So by the time that way you're essentially forcing him to teleport. By doing this, he doesn't have to TP. Okay? Can we think about this for a second? It's very simple. This wave is pushing, see? It clearly has more minions. So these are under fire. It's in your best interest that these minions die. Your minions. Every single one that dies, it's less experience for him and minus 20 gold per kill. So you just want to let all of them die. Also, you wanna get the wave here in your court. Second thing is he's running teleport, which means if he holds on to teleport early game, he can have prio on any other lane, or he can just come in, cheat, or equal you with a TP. Now, if you leave the wave like this, he has to teleport. If he doesn't, you're insanely ahead in experience. So when he comes back, level 6, you kill him. It's simple as that. So it's just improper wave management. You using everything to shove this. There's absolutely no reason to do that. You're doing like a semi-roam, which is fine. Then you decide to commit. Your wave is in a weird spot, but you can actually pull this off. Good roam. Good read. Semi-roams are always good. And then you decide if you want to commit. That's a teleport. Probably should have committed for that one, but this is fine because given that you didn't know where Lee is, I guess, so it could have been 4v4, so it's fine. So yeah, now you force his teleport. Okay, the wave is in a good spot. You just have to get to it though. Oh man, that's sad. Didn't have damage. You have to collapse. Go collapse on this side. All of you, all 4. Also, you gotta catch the wave. Focus down Lee Sin. Nice. That's really good. That's really good. Another one. Don't walk into it. Don't walk into it. It's just better to wait it out than go after. Whatever. You get 2 kill and assists. It's beautiful. Again. He used teleport this time. Okay. He used teleport, which means he cannot come back to the lane. Okay? Let's think about this. This is wave 1.5. So this is like wave 1, wave 2. Like half the wave 1, wave 2, and wave 3 is very close. Okay, given there's the standing, because you can easily check this. So now, if you want to shove, you are taking a like insane undertaking. You want to clear all of this, and then you recall. You're not only delaying your recall, you're fucking up your prio. Because this is a slow push towards you. If you leave the wave like this and recall, if you recall like this, by the time you come back, the wave is waiting for you here. And you collect 60% of the wave 2 plus the wave 3. While he loses the entire wave 3 and wave 2. Because there's no TP. And then again, you hit level 6, he doesn't. On the recall fight, after the recall, you immediately fight. Instantaneously you take a fight on. Because he has to destroy the slow push. You come in, fight, kill him. Boom. This is fine, you bounced it. So it kind of clumps. And it's going to eventually push to you, but you're denying yourself the level 6 power spike where he's not 6. Because of the mismatched tempo. He's going to level up here. Look how much he's behind of you. He's going to level up here. All of this time that he takes to level up this was a potential time to kill him. You can still kill him after. It's not like he gets insane spike, but he has less HP like this and he has no ult. So way less threat to die in a 1v2. But yeah, essentially the same thing happens with the wave. You catch it at this point. I was just proposing a one wave earlier, which would be much better. Now you want to probably land the Q. Okay, that was pretty bad. Okay, that was really bad. Look at this. He even plays into your hand here. Here you can use the trick. I think you're even doing it, but you didn't even notice it. You didn't do it properly though. So you move to the bottom side. The diagonal rule means he has to go to the top side. Why? Because this is a clear line, and if you're a fucking rook, you go in and take him. You know, like in chess. Nobody wants to stand in an open file, so he wants to move to the diagonal across the minions. He's gonna do that. So while you're moving down, you have to shoot one W to soften the wave and get a stack on him. So you do the W, but it's not very concise. You do like this random thing, and then you shoot W like into the wave. Okay? So you could have landed that easily by just go down, he goes up, and then you shoot right down the middle, like in one sweet move. Because if you're preparing that, it's very low chance to fail. Okay? Second thing, that repositions him to this diagonal. Why is this good? He has a wall here, okay? And he has this little notch of minions, okay? You see this safety between minions? So if you shoot a Q to this side, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen, chat? If he shoots a Q like this angle, what happens? This is just manipulation tactics from the beginning. From that scenario, like you set him up to a kill, and he doesn't even know why he gets killed. But it's pure manipulation. So let's say you shoot a Q like this. What's he gonna do? What's the most reasonable thing for him to do? He goes into the notch in between the minions, which means you preemptively combo this area. Not only is it backed by a wall, so it's much more likely to land, he also is easily manipulated into it. Boom, EW. EW. And then R immediately after he dies. Not only do you do that, you clear the wave, you shove another one, boom, hit the third, go back. And you even kind of try with a combo, but you didn't reactivate prematurely. You were like going on a basic hit, and then you combo. It's a dry combo without the Q setup, which means no 3 stacks. You can't even ult because he will interrupt you with a thingy. And yeah, that's just now you panic and walk into a stun. Okay, go 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 go. Come closer, come closer, come closer. He's research for the next. Yep, there we go. It expired. Question: how do you deal with ink asses? What? Wait, what? We're playing against something that heavily outscales you, and you're also getting giga camped. You just pray. Yeah, pretty much. If you're getting giga camped and you're playing versus something like Cassadin, let's say that outscales you, you can't really play to win that lane anymore. Which is sad. It's a counterproductive thing for your direct matchup, but it's a beneficial thing in the long term for your team because you don't want to int it. You're gonna do something very counterproductive if you try to win. If you try to win the lane and you're getting camped on a hard scaling guy, you're even gonna get to that late game faster. So the best thing you can do is slow the game down for that 1v2 and hope your team punishes the 4v3. Okay? Does that make sense? Because let's say you're playing versus Kassadin and Lee Sin is camping your ass. So you can say, oh, he's gonna outscale me, let me go fight him immediately. And then you go down, fight, and you give Kassadin 2 kills because you're 1v2. And then Kassadin hits his spikes much, much sooner. Instead of relying on your team and hoping that they do 4v3 well. But yeah. That's sad. Veigar could have been dead there, but it's fine. Push the wave. That's a good Q, actually. That's a really good blind Q. You don't want to push. You don't want to push. You don't know where anyone is. Don't get greedy. No, you're getting manipulated. Your positioning is getting manipulated. Good combo. Nice. Okay. Nice. That was worth it. You got it. You got it before he came. That was good. Veigar got baited by his Lee Sin. So that was pretty solid micro. Again, if Lee Sin was slightly faster, that would be a really bad position with no escape, no flash. But yeah, they kind of fucked it up. What was the money? 900 perfect recall. You can get the fuck out. Okay, you're using the prio to get the dragon, which that's Yi solo. He doesn't even need you. Good roam, good roam. Really good roam here. Pick up a free kill. Nice. Another one. Another one. Another one. Just chase. Just chase. Fine. You will finish the dragon and get her. Shoot Q like this. So he's not gonna see it. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. This guy dies. Fucking recall. Go back. Okay. Go back. You missed your recall, which means you're not utilizing... Okay, this is one of the biggest mistakes that can happen. Like, it's not necessarily a mistake, but these plays lead to the most games thrown, possibly. Well, maybe not, but... It's one of the worst mistakes in low velo, usually. Because what... Okay, I do tend to... let me explain how this works. Do you see the math here? Okay? This guy has 2.6 thousand gold and 120 in his inventory, which means he has 2.5 thousand efficient gold. So 2.5 thousand invested in his items. You have 3.5 thousand, but 1.4k in the inventory, which means you're only worth 2.1 thousand. What that means is, if you don't consider the level advantage, you are essentially 400 gold down to Veigar, okay? Because you missed the recall there. You missed a big recall after you get a huge chunk of money. So you're 400 gold behind of Veigar in this case. But what is this? You have a shutdown. You actually have a shutdown. So the game thinks you're ahead because you are. But you're not efficiently ahead because you're not. Does that make sense? So you're risking 600 gold in a fight that's technically in your favor, but you're behind. You got the level advantage, obviously, but... if you get stunned, Lee's there, you die. It's a massive shutdown. So this is a good way to throw a game. So usually the big chunks money you have, you wanna invest them. So that's a really big mistake people in low velo make. He can't win this fight without the jungler. There's no way. Just trade him head on, kill him. Trade him head on, kill him. That's a really fucking sloppy combo. What are you doing? Wait, what? What is that? Okay, you go into panic mode here. So roam equals recall. Ideally, yes. Ideally, yes. Because recall takes 8 seconds. Let's say you finished it here. Like you Q this, you're fighting around Lee Sin here, you go back here, okay? So instead of going around, go back to lane, you can recall. And by the time you're here with the long route, you would be like here with the new fresh fucking build. So you're like 10-15 seconds delayed, but you got much better items. Okay, here you kind of panic, and Here's a key thing against Veigar to remember. His Q, unpredictable, very difficult to dodge. His W is literally the only thing you have to pay attention to. Literally, that's a good trick against Veigar. Trust me. If he, as soon as he drops the baby cage, like heighten your senses, look for the W. That's the only thing you want to dodge. That's it. Maybe on like higher level challenge, you're gonna be predicting the Q based on the like internal cooldown that you keep track of every single Q, and then you try to pre-dodge like with Yasuo Qs. You know, it's very difficult to dodge, but if you can predict based on the cooldown, you can dodge it. But it doesn't matter. Look at the W. He will never burst you without the W. Never. His QR damage is measly. He's gonna get you to 40%. You don't even have to barrier. So as long as you dodge this W upwards without getting stunned, you turn around and trade him. You win. That's it. Now you kind of panic, you dodge it, and you're not even trading. Like, you're not trading. And then you're using a sloppy combo which starts EW. That's a dry combo without the Q lubricant, you know? You want to Q first always. Not only because... There's two reasons for that. Not only because EW is much safer and much easier to land after the Q, but Q is the shortest cooldown ability, which means if you use the Q first, by the end of the fight you get Q again. But by the end of the fight, your E is not likely going to come up because it's way too long of a cooldown. So you lube it up with Q, EW, W again, then maybe Q again, and then you kill him. Doesn't fucking matter if you don't have ult, kill him. So yeah, that was just a very sloppy combo. You like... Very unstructured, you missed a lot of stacks there. But yeah. That was just an awful fight. So now you got ult. That was you stand in the W without barrier, but yeah. He doesn't flash, which is kind of smart because he would kill him anyway. But yeah, that's just his mistake overstaying. You didn't deserve this one, but sure. Because if you died there, oh man, that would be really horrible. That would be literally the worst thing you can do. So now I got Ludens. And then you buy shoes. What the fuck? What are you doing, man? Why? It's so much more efficient to finish an item. Like, unless something is necessary, like, really fucking necessary... Just finish the item. Finishing item has much better spikes. It has much better spikes. Like, fuck the boots. If you get Ludens at 10 minutes, that's game over, dude. That's insane. But okay. It's a minor optimization. But you ideally want to finish that. Okay, here we go. You can fight again. Doesn't fucking matter. Veigar is like one of the easiest matchups. You want to fight again. But obviously, don't want to get fucked. Okay, and you went too deep. You get fucked. Yep, that's a shutdown. And that's a big mistake. Big fucking mistake. At least he has the flash, but yeah, that was a terrible mistake. Yeah, you fought, but you were on a leash. You were literally chasing him through the minions and playing as he wants you to play. So... You don't want to push towards him, because Vel'Koz gets very obvious if you start pushing towards someone. But if you let them, like, the best way to kill someone in a wave, as a Vel'Koz, is to pretend you're not trying to kill them. Shoot Q seemingly wide, anywhere, and then use Q to bait him into the wave. Because that way you're not, it's the safest thing you can do, because you're not risking. Can I get a little bit of bleach in my fucking eyes? They yee flash. Oh my god. But yeah, it's the safest thing you can do because you're not chasing randomly and you're not telegraphing your ideas like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, and then they just back off, you know? But by pretending to not hit them, by going left and right, by going even back, then trying to combo like QER, QEWR, boom. That's how you play. That's a classic E player there. Classic. So yeah, just look at this. 4.5k. And he has 4.1k. Would you guess that from the score? You're 4-2-2. 20 fucking minion difference. You're winning in, like, you're gonna be winning in plates here. He's 1-3-3. You would never guess this fucking gold. Like, only 400 gold difference. It's like 1 kill. It's nothing. You were so far ahead by the shutdown, dude. Giving away shutdowns is the worst thing you can do. That's it's the biggest reason for low elo being low elo. People getting fed and then not playing as if they're not worth 700 or 1000 gold. Like, they're not realizing the repercussions of dying at that stage. That 700 gold is massive, because if you didn't give it, now this guy would be a minion, and you would just walk over him. You would stomp him. This would be like a simp, and you would be fucking Pokemon. You would just take a heal and, like, stab it in his... Okay, never mind. But yeah, he would just get fucked. You know? He couldn't do anything. He legit couldn't do anything about it. And now you're clearing the wave, like, with your back to him, which makes no sense. This actually makes no sense what you did right here. That, like, you dying there's like it's I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a talent to die in that case. It's a talent to die in that scenario. 1v1 to Veigar alone with barrier up, like, while standing here, while the wave is here. It's a talent. It's very fucking difficult to do that. Like, you really blundered there, my man. Like, you were clearing the wave with your back, like, to here. Like, not only was it uncharted territory, like he even went there like 5 seconds ago. So yeah, that was just nothing. Okay, now the team starts falling apart. I have a reverse talent. Now, and look now, 5,000, he's 5,150. He's ahead. He is actually ahead by being 2, 3, and 3. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. And you still don't have the Ludens while you finish the wood. It's so fucking sad. It's so sad. Not only is the Sork Shoe spike on Vel'Koz very weak, because the magic penetration is only about 75%-ish efficient on you, because 25% of your damage is true damage. Not only that, but you don't have the Ludens, and he has an insane spike while yours is kind of a measly one. Good QR. That's a good combo. You didn't hesitate to flash combo because it could you're risking this guy's life, and you probably saved his life by flashing, so that was pretty solid. That was pretty solid. Don't. Nice. You even know he's there. Good combo. Go back. Go back! Go back, dude! That was a good combo, but you're not playing for the kill. You're playing for damage and to take the lane control. That was sad. Too greedy. Man, there's plenty of mistakes. And just like that, as I said, it's the biggest mistake you can make. Fucking up your recall, giving a shutdown. It's the biggest mistake it's the most common, most unnoticed, the biggest mistake possible. I even have like a YouTube coaching episode like that fully revolves around this and gold, efficient gold. And the game looked like this guy is fucking bronze versus a platinum player. And now he's ahead of you. It's the most depressing thing to have. Like, he's ahead of you. And now you split your build again for haunting guys. Haunting guys by itself doesn't give you a good spike. Doesn't give you a good spike. If you want to do that, just buy Ludens and then you buy Crystal. I don't know why you hate finishing Ludens, but you need to finish it. Ludens can be sometimes difficult to finish if you don't have gold. But if you can finish it, finish it. Because it's very fucking important. Like, it's not like they have like Vladimir Soraka with fucking, I don't know, Silas and stuff like that. So you absolutely must go Morello second, like over Lost Chapter. You know, Lost Chapter Morello. It's not like you're super behind playing versus Zed, Talon, and fucking Kiana. So you need to Rarzunias after Lost Chapter. You don't care. If you can finish Ludens, finish it. Trust me. No, trust me. Just finish it if you can. It's much better. So now you're going for Landry's. Because what you're doing is you're trying 2 builds. You're trying 2 big items. 2 very big items. And you have neither. So item uncompleted, let's say. You don't have a half of item here. You don't have a 50% of item. You have like 40% of an item. So 2 40% are 80%. But 1 item complete is 100%. So you're essentially wasting 20% of efficient gold as well. You know? That's why people play off of item spikes. There's literally like entire fucking coaching segments and people are planning their playstyles based on the item spikes in competitive. Like, you're playing whatever, Kog'Maw Lulu, some hyper carry bullshit, you're playing Kai'Sa. You're so dependent on items. And the entire like macro of your team is based on when Kai'Sa finishes 3rd item, 3rd upgrade, then you group and won a team fight. When Kog'Maw hits like fucking 2 items with Ginso or Vayne, so then you can fight, then she can split push. It's like, they're not searching for a, oh, let me have a pickaxe, a Bilgewater Cutlass, and a recurve bow spike. They're not playing around that, you know? They're not playing around that spike. That's not a spike. Yeah, that was good. They overextend on your turn like morons. 3v2, easy. Okay, this guy's fucked. You got a recall, you finish that, you buy that. So that's fine, we're gonna get Ludens very soon. At this point, you can even sell Durham Ring just to get a spike, buy Pink Ward. Buy Pink Ward and Ludens.
Killing spree.
Oh boy, there it is. There's the spike. Okay, now this is where you're a champion. This is where you're actually a champion. Now the sad thing about this is you're down 20 CS, you're down in lane prio. He has 2 items as well as a fucking Veigar in the probably like the best matchup in season 10 Vel'Koz can ever get. And he's feeling the same here, maybe even better, which is pretty fucking sad. Hey stranger. Is it me you're looking for? Yo, Gervasio, mi amigo. Thank you for the Twitch Prime 28 months. Holy fuck. What an amount. Welcome back, man. I really appreciate the support. Holy moly. 28 months. Okay. Now it's clear that your third item has to be Banshees here. You're trying to set up the dragon, which is absolutely not even contestable. Like your jungler died prior to this. Your bot lane has a fucked up reset. There's literally no way you're gonna control this bear dragon, especially versus Teemo. Just give that shit up. Unnecessary death. Like pretty much every death you had was preventable and unnecessary. So if you guys don't know what you're doing wrong and you want to get better and improve as a player, the best thing you can do is make your deaths accountable. Okay, like account for your deaths. So you go to replay, like it's a narrow-minded solution, but it's very simple and you can do it yourself, and like it's the best way to improve as a beginner. So just look for every death. That's it. Find all of the deaths you had in the game, and then look at every single one and ask, is it worth it? Why yes, why no? I mean, maybe that's worth it. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it because you're defending a dead turret. But 1-for-1 is technically good in the team if you're behind. But then again, you're getting a kill, but you're sacrificing your experience and potential gold off of minions, and you're still not scaling too much. If that was a shutdown, that'll be pretty worth it. But yeah. And that's where my whole like fucking mantra, my philosophy, just don't die, comes from. So like, if you die, make sure it's fucking worth it. Don't die, don't have any unnecessary deaths. The best way to improve is to reduce unnecessary deaths. So next item has to be Banshees here, otherwise you just get melted. You're not buying pinks at all for some reason. You need to buy pinks. Because solo queue is a marathon. It's about consistency. You wanna be like as unkillable as possible. Okay. Yeah, that's a bad combo. Man, this is just falling apart. Good combo. That's very patient. Exactly how you should. Waiting for Lee Sin to go in. Because kidding, this guy is fucking pointless as a support. He's just beefy. That's great. That's great. Great fight. And this sums up perfectly my next thought. I wanted to tell you about trying to play make all the time. Like you try to fight always 1v2 even when Lee is missing and shit. Is not good. Why? Let's think about it reasonably. There's a player who makes 5 good plays and 3 mistakes. Instead of a player who just makes 3 good plays. Okay? Which one is better? Which one is better? Obviously the more patient one. The guy who sums up the situation, he realizes what he can do and what he can't do. Ideally, you would be a 5-0 player. But it's very difficult and it takes a lot of knowledge to realize which plays are winning plays. So, ideally you want to make the plays when you know you can. So, being a 5 good play, 3 bad play guy is not that good. Because you're only 2 net worth up. So you're going to climb only to a certain situation. And being that 3-0 guy is much better because you're only making the plays that you know are going to work and you're playing safe and stable and you don't die. And the second thing why that also works is because people are stupid. So you can play literally off of enemies' mistakes to diamond. Like without being proactive at all. You can get to diamond without making a single play on your own. Like this right here, what they did, that's just Lee Sin being a dumbass, being a greedy cunt, and they all just going in for no reason, without resetting after getting your turrets and shit. So they're just fighting for absolutely no reason. That's their mistake. So if you just play off of their mistakes, you can climb insanely. I'm telling you. It's that simple. Well, let me get some classical music. Okay. Any tips to help temper my early game retardation with mana? In matches where I'm flustered, I tend to myself and make it worse. If you're gonna do that, make sure you use your last drop of mana at the ending of the wave. So let's say, like, you should have this like alert ping in your head when you go to like 35% mana. When you hit that threshold, you get like an alert ping in your head, like, oh shit, I'm running out of ammo. So that already start thinking, oh, when's the cannon wave? It's coming in like 2 waves. Okay, I'm gonna save mana. Or with spike, item spike I'm waiting for. I have 700 gold. Okay, I want loot. I need 1000 for Ludens. Okay, so I'm gonna do this wave and the next one. So I'm gonna save a little bit of mana on this one. And the next wave I'm gonna hard shove with double W. And then I'm gonna recall immediately. Get the good item spike and then come back with mana. So immediately you start planning. When you start getting low on ammo, you start planning what's next. What's next. That's your best way to manage mana. Okay. Oh, that movement. That's not Vel'Koz movement. That's a Trundle movement right there, going into them. But okay. It's salvageable a little bit. You survive, that's what matters, but... Posted you flash. Okay, the fight is nonsensical, but you guys want to collapse because Timo is top lane. You want to fight this. It's a bad target, but sure. Whoever you can, you just want to make a fight happen. Okay, he is trolling, really good snipe. That's good stuff. Good money. But yeah, this is not a good play because you guys wanted to win that fight before, and you walking in there rendered you like helpless to win the 5v4. If anyone else walked in there, you would have won. Because you would be in a much better position. You would dish out like 50% more damage. That's sad. That's a very naive combo. That's a naive combo. That's a I believe in Santa combo right there. Like a Nico with her double invisibility, extra movement speed, and you're shooting like a dry combo without slowing her first. It's really not gonna work. The chance of that working is very, very minimal. So you wanna probe with Q. We call it probing. You first probe with Q, then see where she goes. Maybe you even hit her while she's invisible, and then maybe after you combo. Good arrow. Good stuff. clean. That's brilliant. 600 blue buff. Okay, finish the Banshees. Finish Banshees pinks. I don't know why you hate pinks, but you need them. Your team needs them desperately. Go. 250 gold. Don't disappoint me. Don't leave the base without pinks. God damn it. Why? What are you doing with that 250 gold? Always look for your recalls to be like as little wasteful as possible, which means you want to leave the base ideally with 0 gold. So if you have 100, 200, always check if you have slots for pinks, then buy them. That's it. No magic in there. Just spend your money if possible. Okay, that's a great spike for you with the Banshees. You want to get the fight now. Cool how you both shit and praise guy. Well, I'm trying to make disparity of what's good and what's bad. We're trying to root out the weaknesses and enhance the strengths of a player. That's the best way to improve. To reach massive peaks, you want to increase on the strengths and optimize stuff. But to make a player more consistent, you want to flame his mistakes. Because most of these mistakes he showcased are chronic mistakes. They repeat themselves. So he's not doing them like one game. It's not a one-time thing. He repeats all of these mistakes most of the time. So it's not good. Chronic mistakes are the worst. So you don't want to have that. Like the thing with the Ludens getting delayed and stuff like that. Because that one doesn't only harm you in this game, it harms you in like 600 games in your season. Okay, yeah, that's a good setup. Kiting back while fighting. Exactly how your fight should go at this case. You're 5v4 and you gotta get a proper setup here. Oh, that's bad positioning by all of you. You got flanked by Vinegar. He mispositioned a little bit, kill him, nice. You're playing wonderful team fights with the, you know where to position. You're playing kite back, which is where Vel'Koz excels at, and you pick up the money. That's exactly how you should do. That's the best way. See, they're just running into you while you guys are picking free money. That's another one, easy. That's a bit of a, that's a sad moment. You didn't know Lee was there. So you shot combo right before he appeared. Could have killed him. Okay, we need mana, 60 mana. No, why that guy, dude? He's not a threat anymore. Kill fucking Lee Sin. Okay, you gave him Triumph, nice. Yeah, there's no reason to shoot for fucking Swain. Just, Swain was out of range, he was a non-factor. I'm gonna start playing Vel'Koz after this coaching. Vel'Koz is such a mathematical, like, fucking perfect champ. I love it. Okay, this should be 2 large roots. Because you want to go for death cap. This is bad. This is bad, Twin Shadows. Terrible. Like, I don't know. I really don't know about this Twin Shadows. I can only justify going Twin Shadows mid lane if you have Glacial. And even that, you don't do it 4th item. If you do it 2nd. Okay? Why? It's a cheap item with mid-game power spike. It's very cheap items are early game to mid-game power spike. Second of all, you get the active Twin Shadows, which, let's say you build it at 28 minutes. By the end of the game, average game is like 34 minutes. Okay? So if you take the average game, by the end of that, with the, what is it? Is it 90-second cooldown? So with a 90-second cooldown, you're gonna get 4 uses if you spam him on cooldown. 4 uses of these Twin Shadows by the end of the game, which is not worth it at all. But whereas when you build it as a second item at like 15 minutes, you spam it throughout the mid game, throughout the roaming stage, where you actually get a lot of value out of the ghosties. Now in late game, you're only using them for like pick-off potential, which doesn't much work. People group often. This guy is Banshees, invisibility. This guy you don't give a fuck. This guy jumps. Teemo you can't even chase with the Twin Shadows because he has infinite shrooms. So next point is when you want to build death cap. You want to build death cap when you can afford it. Because there's nothing worse than being behind, being like 0 gold income, and then you start buying death cap. You're like, oh shit, now I'm going to buy death cap. So now you're struggling to piece it together for 20 minutes without any power spikes. And then after 20 minutes, you probably don't even get to finish it. You probably lose the game. So here you recall with 2.6 thousand, which gets you away past the worst hump of what the death cap is, which means getting 1.2k, getting 1.2k, getting 1.1k. And it's very difficult to get in chunks because there's a lot of power gaps in between. So you're like spike, gap, and then you spike up hard. So now you could do like 2 largest, which is like spike, spike. And then the next recall is like 1000. It's pretty cheap. You're gonna probably get this with a few cannons, with a little bit of camps. Then you have like a little bit of a gap and then like spike again. And you get massive power in this late game to fight. So yeah, that's how you build death cap. You build it when you can afford it, really, like 3rd or 4th item ideally, if you have a lot of money. So there's no reason to go to Twin Shadows here. Okay. Now the game is wide open and you haven't bought a single pink ward in this game. Your Doran ring is sitting there collecting dust for no fucking reason. At this point you gotta sell it. Like after 20 minutes you wanna sell it for pinks if you have no slots, let alone at 30. One pick off, one like can lead into objective, into Baron, into win. Like you're gonna lose soul on the next dragon unless you pink it and prepare everything. I bought like 4 pinks, not 0. Well, you missed like at least 6 opportunities to buy them. Which is not good, especially in a game where you guys are getting like choked out of existence. And versus Teemo, so you wanna have pinks. Okay, that's a good rotation. You read this, you wanna kill him. Nice, recall immediately. Go back, go B, 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 press B, 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 B. B, 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 B. You wasted like 5-6 seconds. So you're probably gonna lose inhibitor. You ideally want to fight here. You want them to greed for inhib, then you want to fight after going to Baron and then collect the soul as well, or the item soul. You guys are a little bit late. You got the Ash Arrow. You want to fight? Don't give them mid. Fight. Ash Arrow. Fight. Go in. Anyone gets hit, they die. Ash is out of mana. She didn't think ahead for 2 seconds, sadly. So no arrow. What's your volley again here? What is happening? This is terrible. You guys are losing 5v4. You guys are losing 5v4 in your own base. Which makes no sense. It's just bad fighting. So that's 2 inhibs. You gotta get a fight here. You gotta win this. 1 kill. Because if you give away 2 inhibs, it's essentially game over. Unless you get something back for it. Yeah, true. Better than 0-12. I agree. I mean, like 4 pink wards in like in this amount of a game is for gold is all right. That's like the 4th time you walk into a stun for no reason. You could have actually won this fight if you didn't walk into it. Sadly, you could have won that fight hard. Probably wouldn't salvage this in time anyway, but could maybe go for Baron or do something. That was just bad footsies. I'm guessing you have to go decap now. And this is where most players sell their first item when they're building something better. They're like, fuck yeah, but they never sell it for pink wards. So yeah, you lost the soul. Chance to win very low. You essentially have to give up the Baron. Ideally, you want to delay them on the Baron a little bit to buy the time for inhibitors. And if you can survive the single wave of Baron, which is going to be the top lane attack, if you survive that, your only win condition at that point remaining is to get Elder and win off of it. So yeah, if you get to Elder, if you survive until then, it's alright. And there's your chance. Ideally, you seize control of the Elder before they get there, get a pick off, and with Ash Arrow, and then try to win the game. Okay, clearing. That's brilliant. Fight. That was a great Q. Fight. You win this fight. You win this fight easily. Combo him. Combo him. I know why you're afraid. He has no more damage. Especially when you have Gianna. There's no way he can kill you ever. Should have killed him. Also, one thing to remember. When you're killing someone, if you kill him in quick succession, it's much better. Because their timers overlap. Like, let's say you kill this guy in 40 seconds. You chase someone for 10 seconds. So this guy's at 30 and this guy's at 40 now. So you have 30 seconds to make a play that like doesn't require people. But if you kill like 40, 38, 35, they're all dead at the same time. So you have free map and you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's sad. So that bounced back. That was a free fight actually for you guys. They trolled. They engaged you in your own jungle with a deficit. Yeah. This is just risky positioning, but you gotta commit for it anyway. I should have split the combo there. That's fine, you salvaged one. Yeah, it's gonna be Baron for free. I mean, it's not bad. Ideally, it's not bad. Could have been a lot better to fight if you killed Swain here and then fuck it up. But what happens here is 2 of them died. So even if they get Baron, what happens is they can't utilize the Baron. So they have to wait a full minute until these guys are respawned, they recuperate and regroup. And during that time, not only are they wasting Baron, they're wasting 2 inhibitors, which is good. Stalling is always good in this case. So, even if you lose Baron, if you trade enough so they can't end, it's fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. So you're probably gonna lose this game without having that cap ever, which is sad. With that spike, these fights could have been much better. Like, you could have just shit on them. Okay, so these inhibitors are almost like halfway through. Probably halfway through, yeah. Even less. Maybe it's like 3 minutes since the destruction. Which is great. So now the only thing you have to keep in mind is the Elder. And they're also facing a conundrum here. They killed the Baron, which is a top side objective. But next one is gonna be Elder, which is a bottom side objective. But sadly it's this one that's missing for them to kill. So they're not gonna go for 3 inhibs, which is very difficult for them to do. Because if they go for 3 inhibs, they have to go all the way top, which means upon recall, you guys have the prio to push the bottom side and get the Elder. Get the Elder prio. I mean, I don't know if they're that smart, but it's very difficult to manage that. Because if you have a bot lane inhibitor is the most valuable one if you want to get Baron. Same as top lane inhibitor is the most valuable one if you want to get Dragon. And they don't have that. So they're going bottom side to empower the minions. Which is the best thing that can happen for you guys at this point. Because you can deal with it. Like Landry's Vel'Koz kills the big minions fast, and you're also getting a lot more money than them because you're clearing 2 fucking big waves while fighting them. That's just really sad by Janna. Shit positioning, great combo. Great combo. You should stay, there's no reason to run away there. Burst him. Where's your ult? Go, combo, right now. There we go, finish him. That's my man. Okay, don't panic, and you walk into it. Every fucking time. Yeah, you guys, like, these opponents were morons, because they had massive advantage. They had the Baron, they had the 2 inhibs, and they utilized none. Because they were fighting literally 4v5 on the site where the empowered minions were anyway. So they're not splitting your comp at all. And they're fighting 4v5 and they still won. Your team was garbage, but that's no excuse. Like, there's no dead cap at the end. Like, you were mega fed and you didn't convert correctly. You could have slowed the game down, converted, maybe even won. But it doesn't matter. You're not judging the game whether you win or lose. You're judging it based on your potential self. You're comparing yourself to the potential perfect player that could exist. But yeah. Avoid beans on my brain cells. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I hope that was helpful for you and for the dudes in the chat. Oh, that coaching was helpful.